So good afternoon, people. Welcome back to another video. This afternoon, it's the Toon Chat with Adam. Yes, good afternoon, people. Welcome back to another video this afternoon. I've got Adam with us. Adam, how's it going, mate?
I'm doing good, John. Like your intro, by the way. But yeah, I appreciate it. I'm going all right. Just for today. I mean, good on the 23s nights. I'll be at that game, but other than that, really, I'm not doing much to it, to be honest.
Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, you know what it is, man. I mean, you're doing a fantastic job on YouTube as well. Big up to Adam, and absolute legend as well, and not bad for a 20-year-old doing what you have to do. And you know, I commend you, mate. I commend you for what you are doing, mate.
I appreciate it, John, and I've got plenty of time now to go to these games, so that's what I'm doing. It's tiresome sometimes, but it just is what it is. I don't mind it. I'm more than happy to support Newcastle. It's just what I love doing. So yeah, I appreciate your support and everyone else as well. It's what I love doing. That's never going to change.
Champion stuff. Guys, you do like the video, and you know what, please hit the like button. It helps the sales are doing a good job. Also, please hit the subscribe button. Helps my community, and also it helps the channel to grow. If you'd like to donate as well, super chat, then that's your choice. Donate what you can. Even if it's $1, that's cool. And if you like to become a member, then it's that simple, say 99p. And also, Adam's got a member club as well. And yeah, it's all good and go. And also, Adam's socials in the descriptions, in the links in the description as well. So, Adam, we're going to talk about, I think it's kind of breaking news. I mean, wouldn't surprise Dan. We've just known that, according to what's saying, Fabrizio Romano, saying that Dan Ashworth is going to sign a 4-year deal to become director of football. And is that good for the football club, or do you think it needed?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Well, I mean, Newcastle have obviously the director of football ever since the new owners came in. I mean, we kind of knew this for quite a while now. The second guy Ashford left Brighton, I knew he was going to go to Newcastle because he's been linked to Newcastle for so long. He's not going to lead the Brighton job unless he's got another job in place. So we knew Newcastle were going to pick him up, but now that we know it's going to be a 4-year deal. And as far as I'm aware, the announcement could be the start of March. Obviously, I can't remember exactly where I heard that from. So, yeah, if it's the start of March, then it's even better because you can get started straight away looking at players across the season.
Yeah.
But regardless, though, I think it's someone great to bring in. I think with Brighton over the last 5 years, they've improved quite a lot as a team. He hasn't been there the full 5 years, but the point is they're getting top-level players in for quite reasonable amount of money as well. So there's a big, massive bank check in Newcastle. I think you can definitely bring some good players in. And that's what we need, really. We need someone out there that knows what good players are, how to get them in, and just where they're going to fit at the club. And I think it'd be great to see him work alongside Eddie Howe as well. So, yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you needed a director of football. The sooner this owners come through the door, you should have got like a director of football there and then sort of thing that gives it a chance to break the ice sort of thing. Not only that, it takes the pressure away from Eddie Howe and the pressure away from the owners as well. And look, I think Dan Ashworth will do fantastic. And what do you think he's going to bring? I think he's going to bring young players coming in, someone like a Bissouma or someone along that lines, and get some young players coming through, not just in England, like South America. It's reckoned South America is absolutely fantastic, and over Europe as well.
I would imagine you'll bring quite a lot of not unheard players, but players that aren't attracted by major football teams. Because again, Newcastle, we know that we're going to get ripped off for players essentially in the transfer market. So if we get lesser players that aren't as well known, but are players that over the next 2-3 seasons could become seriously good football players, and I think that's definitely going to be a sort of look for Newcastle, but at the same time, it depends what priorities the owners have. Really, are we wanting to get a top 8 next season, a top 10? It depends what the owners want next season. Will, I think, dictate what Dan Ashworth will bring to the club. Just say there's still a lot of uncertainty at the minute. Obviously, my main focus is staying up this season. I believe Newcastle will do that. But I'm really intrigued to see what Dan Ashworth will actually do in the summer, what the owners would want for the team the next couple of seasons. Because again, we all know that Newcastle are trying to win trophies in the next 5 years. It's just how quick they want to do that is just the main question now. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm intrigued to see what we do. I hope that we make the correct choices. I'm sure we will. But it's still a lot of testing at the minute. Obviously, this is a new project for Man the Stadium. The owner has never really worked with a football club before, so it's a lot of testing for them. But I think they can get it right. I think they know what they're doing. And I think with Dan Ashworth, he's going to have top level targets to go for.
Absolutely. I think it's going to do bits for us as well. I think our club's already made up. Dr. Football puts the piece of the jigsaw perfectly. And again, Adam, you're absolutely right. And we're going to stay up this season. That's our preference as well. Stay up in the league and we'll be absolutely fine. I've got some comms coming through. Got Jay Sweet as well. Big up to you, mate. I got Tony B. This is Sinclair Mr. Pearson. Big up to you, Tony. And James, love the show. Keep the good work. Thanks so much indeed. And got Real Legacy. Please subscribe to my channel as well. It does help a lot. There's a lot of people who knows Adam as well. Back from the Ritz in West Ham, I see Adam.
The Ritz. I wasn't quite the Ritz in West Ham. Wish I was, to be honest. It's a fortune down there. But yeah, I'm back. Feels good, but the only problem is that happens on a Thursday night, so that's going to be me going back all the way down for another couple of days for that game. So yeah, the fixture a little bit of a nightmare, but oh well.
It is what it is, man. It's just expensive London. London's a lovely city. I don't mind London. A lot of people don't like it because it's too big a city. But at the end of the day, I do quite like London's things to do there. You could go in the zoo. You could do like shores and that as well. I do like the shores, by the way, you know. But I got Real Legacy here, liking the content. Thank you so much. It feels good to be a Toon fan right now. That's Tony B. I've got good afternoon to Paddy, two legends of the game. I think Adam's more of a legend than I am, by the way, to be fair.
Don't put yourself like that, John.
Say again?
Don't put yourself down like that, John. I'm not a bigger legend you.
Way. Well, bless you, only joking, you know. But listen, at the end of the day, sort of thing, you got to be confident in what you're doing, sort of thing. That's why I do this. That's why I do this channel, sort of thing, like, you know. Adam, I'm not going to read that out, mate. You know what I mean? Mason's a good friend, and just show a bit of respect. And we should go all out for JWP in the summer. A real box-to-box midfielder. That's Rich. Do subscribe to my channel, Richard. That'd be fantastic, mate. And would you take him, JWP?
Yeah, definitely. He is a good football player. The only problem is he's played Southampton his entire career. So would he want to come to Newcastle, even if you offer him big money? I don't know. He might run on sort of one club players. He's good. He's not amazing. His free kicks are obviously world class, but his actual play, it's good. It is good. I just don't know. I still feel like we can go elsewhere and get our players, because I think Ward-Prowse is going to be a very hard one to bring in. You got to remember as well, Southampton hate Newcastle. They kept whinging about the fact that we use our new signs in that reverse fixture. So yeah, I mean, Southampton are in the best of terms of Newcastle at the minute, and again, Ward-Prowse has played there his entire career. So I don't think it'd be an easy one to bring in. But I mean, the midfield, to be fair, is really good for Newcastle at the minute. So, I mean, we're going to have to bring a midfielder that can improve what we have. And Ward-Prowse, I mean, I would say he is better than what we have, but he's not like that much better than what we have.
Yeah, absolutely. Our midfield looks good, doesn't it? I mean, you've got Bruno yet to come, Joe Worker's fixing up, John Joe Shelby's playing his best football, I think, for quite a while. And Joelinton, what can I say about Joelinton? I think this guy is absolutely fantastic. He really, really is. I mean, we're going to talk on to my opinion on JWP. I think I take him, but at the end of the day, I agree with you. I just can't see living in Southampton anytime soon. I really can't. And I think he's quite happy, settled there. And whatever he decides to do, I respect him for it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, for Ward-Prowse, the amount of money we pay him for him, I'd imagine it'd be at least 40, 50 million pounds for him. And you see, like, so Bruno at Brom for 40 million pounds. There's Ward-Prowse better than Bruno? You probably wouldn't think so. I mean, there's just better options out there for the money you would spend in Ward-Prowse. So personally, I probably wouldn't take it now that I think about it.
Yeah, that's very, very true. I'm quite happy with what we've got at in the midfield, definitely 100%. And I think they're going to get better and better and better. And I've got a few more comms coming in. I've got Steve, Adams to Adam and Judith of the Toon movement. The Ritz was very telly. It was great telly. Absolutely right. So I had my headphones on the gym, so I missed the comment. That's from Tony. I've read it, by the way. I read lads of Scotty. Josh, when do you think Bruno's going to get a start?
When the midfield plays bad, so essentially whenever Newcastle next to lose, I think you start. But I mean, why change them? It isn't broken. The midfield, especially against West Ham, Joe Willock had the game of his life, and yeah, you can't exactly take any of those three at the minute, in my opinion. So whenever Newcastle lose, all the midfield players bad, that's what I would swap Bruno in. But for now, though, it's still going to be these 5-10 minute cameos, which people find frustrating. But listen, you just got to be patient.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I keep saying to people, especially people in the chat, you got to be patient and it'll come. But I get people moaning every single time I'm on here. When's he going to start? When's he going to start? Sort of thing. Be patient. It's going to go. It'll start. And I got Andrew Dodd from America. Price tag for JWP like to be really high. Money could be spent better elsewhere. I have to agree with you. That's the thing. They want Newcastle tax as well. Ward Prowse would cost at least £50 million. That's in Tony. And every player has this price. Let's look for relief clauses. I'm going to come on to Chris Wood later on, by the way. And hi, Adam. That's a question. Do you think these FDU every sing on your videos anymore? I used to love that.
I've retired the singing for now. Maybe in the future at some point. For now, though, I've retired from the singing.
Retired from singing. Well, breaking news: Adam has retired from singing. There you go. He will get his time and affectionate congestion. Jonjo isn't playing 4 games in 9 days. Definitely not. That's an Andrew D. And always subscribe to the both of you. Love the content for you both. Thank you very much for that, Richard. Yeah, back on to Dan Ashworth quickly, right? Before we move swiftly on. I mean, I think this guy, he's done. I'm getting a lot of reports from West Brom fans. I was saying that this guy's the real deal, and the guy who agree with West Brom, Brighton said the same thing, but they were disappointed for him to let him go. I think Dan Ashworth could be an absolute difference. He could be the best director of football in the league.
I would say really we've got to obviously settle in from first. I mean, Dan Ashworth's never worked with huge amounts of money. He's always been quite limited in what he's done, which is why he's done such a good job at the likes of Brighton. So you can't work with a limited amount of money, but now that he has a massive amount of money, what he's going to do with that money. So it's different for him. Yeah, you will need time to get used to it. I'm just hoping that he does the correct things, really. I'm sure he will. I just want to see this team do well. I think we need better players than what we have. I'm sure he can do it. I mean, there's a lot of players out there that would prove part of the pitch we have. I mean, centre-half wise, Dan Burn's quality. I'm a big fan of Dan Burn, but I still think we need a second centre-half in. I like the likes of Shaw and our players as well, but I still feel like we need another one in there. That was one I would definitely would have went for. Left-back wise, I would say so as well. Target's really good, but I actually don't think we're going to get him a permanent. I think Aston Villa they're not going to sell him, I don't think, personally. So I think we would need to get a left-back in. And for our areas of the pitch as well, you would say we need another striker. Chris Wood, he hasn't settled in so far. He still needs a little bit more time, but really need to score goals. He's got to score goals at some point, especially with that £25 million price tag. But results-wise, it's still been going quite good for Newcastle, so it's not like I complain about it. But once you start losing games and he's not scoring, that's when I think fans will start to turn on him, which is going to be quite sad to see.
Yeah, could you blame the fans for turning on Chris Wood if he doesn't score goals between now and the end of the season? Can you actually blame him? Because I get a lot of stick saying that I'm costing him out. I'm not costing him out. I'm just questioning, is he worth 25 million quid, number one? Number two, he needs to do more, in my opinion. But the trouble is, Adam, some of our fan base, right, are so prickly at times, yeah? And we're being like AFTV on Twitter. And I've said this many, many a time. I'm not going to stand by that sort of thing. But our fan base needs to be real and start being honest and stop being real. I don't know what you think, mate.
Well, everyone's reaction, really, every single fan base has it. There's people that's going to react in the spot. They watch a performance and they go, well, that player's terrible, that player's amazing, without actually giving the guy a chance. So with Chris Wood, the biggest problem with Chris Wood being that he is £25 million. But the reason why we signed was because we didn't have a striker. We needed to sign someone immediately for the Watford game. Yeah. And even though he hasn't really contributed in scoring goals, Newcastle, you can't say he hasn't paid off, because Newcastle results-wise, we've had, is it 10? I can't remember what it was. There like 10 points last 5 games or something. I don't know what it is. Yeah. No, maybe before actually 11 points last 5 games, maybe. So, you can't say he hasn't paid off. I think it definitely has. It's just he's just not getting the goals that he needs. And I think when Callum Wilson returns, whatever that may be, still for quite a long time, he will get pushed out the team, imagine. But it's just, you look at Chris Wood's last 4 seasons, he scored double figures in every single one. Yet in this season, he's scored about 3 and 20, which is just weird. He's massively underperformed. So I don't know why this dip in forms came from or where it came from. But it is a bit concerning, I think. I think over the next few matches, he's got to score at some point. Because when we start losing matches, people are just going to turn against him, which is going to put more pressure on him.
Yeah, I have to agree. And let's see if see if social media's jump on you then. If I said that, I'd be jumped on straight away. But at the end of the day, I can't be part to argue with them anymore. But Adam, you're right. I mean, I want him to succeed. I want him to do well. I want him to score goals. I want him to become a town legend. But in the minute sort of thing, it's just an out first at the minute. I can only judge him for 90 minutes I've seen him play. I'm not being behind him, by the way. And I've got you, YT, go fresh. He wants to go 3 at the back, 5 midfield. AS probably Bruno in the middle, ASM behind Wood. That's not a bad shout, I guess. But whether Eddie Howe will do that, I very much doubt it. Sorry about the comments as well. And what do you think of the comments from Rivaldo saying Bale will end up at the Toon in the summer? I hope that's the first I've heard of that.
Yeah, same. I got to research it after this live stream. I've never heard that one. If it's true, obviously, a lot of people I've seen are actually quite against Bale. I mean, yes, he's a bit injury prone, and obviously Real Madrid, he hasn't always given 100%. But listen, you can't see not Gareth Bale. Can you have got the likes of Jake and Murphy playing instead of him? So yeah, I think Bale will be a massive upgrade in the team.
Absolutely. I mean, if it does sign Bell, I'd definitely say no. Definitely no, not for me at all. And when he came out to Spurs, he's just also the same player, to be fair. Does Target not have an option to buy on the loan? He doesn't, Andrew, no. But my opinion, I think he'll sign. I think he's on a permanent deal. That's my opinion. But and people forget that Bruno hardly speaks the word of English, brand new league, and you don't want him to be a flop. We have to get him to understand the league before you just chucking him in. That's from Liam. Do you agree with that one?
Yes, I do. I think dumping the deep end's a bit too much for him. I know he's a cracking football player, don't get me wrong. But again, the midfield's doing well, so I risk putting a player in that might not perform well when you already got 3 good midfielders giving it 100% every game. So Bruno will wait. He knows why he's not in the squad. He knows that the midfield's playing well, and that will motivate him to play better when he actually goes on the pitch. So it's great from Eddie Howe. Everyone gets their place on the pitch, and when you play bad, you go out the squad. It's how it is. I think it's a really good incentive for players on the bench to, when they get that opportunity, to take it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why players like Willock is playing out of his skin at this moment in time. And he knows that he's got to perform. And at the minute, the last couple of games, he has performed. I'll give him that. And I got a real legacy as well. He's not worth 25 million quid. Yeah. See, that's people that's open to opinions there. I see James has long-term placement for Shelby. Shelby goes through the patches of form. A minute, he's working well, but we all know it does go missing a lot from previous seasons. I've got to comment to Shelby later about a new contract as well. The longer Bruno doesn't play, the more of a problem it becomes, I think. Abidel, you got to be patient. He will get games. We got 4 games in 9 days coming up very, very soon. And every second touch with Wood is a tackle. That's from Liam. He is not good enough to play at front on zone. He needs a support striker next to him. I've noticed that as well. He was just a pallet by. His placement burner is even better. Valghus as well. The Formula Jordy, big up to you, mate. Wood is having a mare lately. He probably just needs the first goal to get him some confidence. I don't want to be a flop. And can you see him being a flop at the end of the season? I don't want him to be, but according to these comments, they're just not backing the guy.
Well, so far, he played 5 games or so, and he hasn't really done anything in Noah. I mean, he's had a couple of chances here and there, but there's something off about him, though, because again, the last 4 seasons, he's scored double figures in every single one of them, so it's not like he can't do it. He definitely can do it, but it's just not clicking for him so far. I don't know if he's just struggling this season. He's lost his confidence from his first half of the season at Burnley. I don't know what it is, but again, I feel like once he scores one, he should get going, but it just doesn't look like it's going to happen in a minute, does he? He's not getting opportunities, and he's just way too slow for me. The way he wins the ball, he's slower than wingers around him. I mean, he just completely kills the attack sometimes. He's a player that needs players to work alongside. He's not someone that's going to create space on his own. He's a target man for a reason. He's someone that is going to be dragging a lot of centre-halves under him, and he's the one that's going to try and play off our players. It's just, he's not really getting any chances at the minute, really.
Nah, it's very, very true. I agree. Some people can't handle that, others don't think the same. Love Chris Wood, got no problem with anyone who doesn't have some Brian. And Abigail predictions 1-1 spot on. And Richard and Abigail's getting on it, by the way, all the time. Wood's having a mare at the minute. He's probably just needs a goal to settle and get some confidence. He does need to get into best position, so that is the thing. And Bell's past it. Richard, we aren't playing with strength, basically after that. And he's given us all, that's all we can ask for. and solid, but Weghorst is like a pub player to me. I think Wood has much more class. Wood isn't great, but better than Weghorst. Weghorst is only 7 goals away for breaking the Folkswood club record the other day, by the way. Chris Wood is there to draw defenders, simple, stats and righty. And I've seen how Weghorst is performing for Burnley. He got his first goal of the season against Brighton on Saturday. The longer Bruno doesn't play anymore, he loses match fitness. Richard, Abigail, did he have a doubters? And I read this one, Real Legacy. Yes, he's just speaking to him as well. I want to talk about the weekend's game between West Ham and Newcastle. We got a point, and obviously you was there. And what's your take on the game? And are you happy with a point?
I'm happy with a point, yes. Even though West Ham, I didn't think played well. Newcastle, I mean, we went down to a team that's challenging for a top 4 spot in the league and got a point down there. We played pretty well as well. In the first half, I thought we did play quite well, Newcastle. I just think we were lucky to go in 1-1 because of the way we scored the goal. I think the actual game itself, there wasn't much in it. I think West Ham had 2 clear-cut chances. Newcastle didn't really have many clear-cut chances, but we were playing well. We definitely matched up with them. The defending for the West Ham goal, I mean, it's just bottle watching, really. Craig Dawson getting behind. It shouldn't have really happened, but other than that, Newcastle played pretty well in the first half. The goal was a bit lucky because technically, I don't know why he's heading it backwards. Well, it was a really bad mistake from him, but great by Joe. He deserved the goal. He was easy. The man of the match for me. He played off his skin, and he was like Saint-Maximin the way he was run with the ball. He was getting past everyone. So yeah, that was a huge surprise from him because even though Joe Willock's been playing well this season at times, he's always, for me, looked bad in front of goal. He's always sort of panicked in front of goal, but he looked a lot more confident that game. Even despite that goal, he had a long shot, wasn't too far away. He was looking like he was going to create something every single time. The second half was pretty flat, to be honest. I think West Ham came into it more, but nothing really happened. In the first half, I think Newcastle looked better going forward, but in the second half, it was just even Stevens, really. I think 1-1 was probably the fair result.
Yeah, I totally agree without Kieran and Alan and without Harry as well. 3 key players to the team through injury as well. I think a point I'd take it all day long. I mean, West Ham must be kicking themselves because that's 2 points dropped by them. As for Eddie Howe, I mean, he comes in, right? He got 6 games unbeaten, 12 points out of the 6 games he played, Adam. I tell you what, he can't go no wrong, can he?
No, he's got everything spot on so far. A lot of people had doubts about him. Even I had doubts about him when I first heard about Eddie Howe. I was like, listen, this is the guy who could have got on the mic, ask you, why are you trying to get him now? But no, he's been really good. I think the media as a whole, a lot of people had doubts him because his last job, I mean, last time he managed was literally getting relegated with Bournemouth, regardless of how he went down. That's what people are going to remember him for. So he had a lot of points to prove, and I think that's a good part about a manager as well. Something I didn't think about actually is that the manager's got something to prove, so he's going to work his absolute arse off to try and get this team going. And I've already said it before. I've said it 100 million times. You watch my videos or watch whatever on social media. You know that Eddie Howe is always at the training ground. He's always working with the players. And his tactics are spot on. He's getting the correct choices. He's bringing the correct subs on. And, I mean, the last 6 games, apart from the Watford one, I think there's 5 good results in there. I think the Watford one, Newcastle just sat back and we conceded a goal right at the end, which is poor from us. But the other 5 games, they've all been good results. So, yeah, I don't think anyone can criticise him. I think he's worked very well with the signings. I think the current players he's got as well, pretty much all of them have improved under him. Even Lascelles has improved under him. I think the majority of the players have improved under Eddie Howe, which is, of course, I mean, just testament to his managerial skills. And it's great to see the likes of Shelby, Willock, those sort of players are actually, I mean, given the best for the shirt. Joelington, this one, the obvious improvement under Eddie Howe. I mean, the midfield especially just, they're so much better than Eddie Howe. They're players that long-term I actually think have got a chance at the club. I can't even say this, but John Joe Show, you actually think has a long-term future at Newcastle. It's just crazy because the guy's heading towards his 30s now, but he's still got it. He's definitely still got it.
Yeah, I'll come to Shelby later on, sort of thing, about the transfer as well. I'm just going to go for this comment of good words, by the way. I mean, John Rich is getting on with it, and I've got Mark as well. Big up to you, Mark. Do subscribe, mate. I love those summer deals the club did, but I think they made a mistake buying Wood and wanted a young and upcoming instead of buying a much better experienced player for around the 50 million mark. And I get a lot of people, even at work, saying that Chris Wood, I got laughed at because they're saying, what do you want to buy him for? Because he ain't good enough. We're the richest club in the world, and we go after Chris Wood. So you said that as well, Adam, that we needed someone immediately, and he was available. So it's all it is. Solid points on the weekend. Could have been more if they took chances in the box. Joelinton as well. And Wood plays like an old Joelinton, 65. now up front, I got Manchester United fan, Niall. Big up to Niall, if you're okay, my guy. And hope Macy's okay. And the Fassar player are actually kind of good forwards, vast improvement. Still take a bit of time to get rid of all the bad habits of the past. That's our agree with you, Andrew, there. Adam, don't let the bullies and trolls get you, mate. They want a reaction for you, mate. Keep doing your thing. What you enjoyed, those bullies and trolls never win, mate. Just laugh it off, my guy. He's right. He's correct.
To be honest, I don't actually care about buy messages and stuff like that. Just sometimes, obviously, if they are bad, then I'm going to put out there, because even then, it's just business for me. Really, obviously, it's more attention when I get. I mean, I honestly don't care about what people think. I'm enjoying my life. I love what I'm doing, and that's not going to change. People are going to have an opinion about me. That's fine. You can either love me or hate me. It's fine. It's just what it is. But there's people out there that don't like me. They still talk about me anyway, so it just benefits me, really. So I couldn't really care less, to be honest, Joe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got people like you sort of doing the thing. Holly Blades as well, just getting bullied as well. I tell you what, if anyone bullies Holly, they got a problem. They got a massive problem with this. You know what I mean? And I've told her that, so she knows exactly where to come, and that's that. I got Bournemouth only went down because of Villa's turn off their goal line technology. Sheffield United denied the goal, and I think it's them. I think it might be Villa, one of the two. I said it from the start from Liam, how's a young, smart attacking manager? You can't see his crap because he got relegated Bournemouth. People forget what he did with them. He created history. You can see how he's trying to get to the negative mindsets of the players that Steve Bruce put there. Steve Bruce doing a good job, isn't he, Adam, at West Brom? Wonderful job.
It's just crazy, you know. I don't get it. Like, why did West Brom want him as the first choice? The guy, he struggled at Newcastle. He didn't win all season long. He came out in the press and said he's depressed when he's at Newcastle. He doesn't know if he wants to manage anymore. Like, why would West Brom even offer him a job? It baffles me. And as expected, he's not performing well at West Brom. So, I mean, already got themselves to blame, really.
Yeah, well said. Absolutely. And I got Ryan as well. Big up to Ryan from Canada. Hey, Adam, is Hugo Ekitiké the next Mbappe? Oh, we could have got him in January.
Listen, I was just quoting more people. I promise you, all people said he was next Kylian Mbappe on social media. That was only quoting off them lads, but no, I don't think Newcastle again. To be honest, if you would have got him, it would have been for the obviously that January window. But he said himself that he doesn't want to sort of gamble on Newcastle, which. To be fair, I don't blame him against a new country for the lad. He's performed well at his boyhood club. Why would he want to come to Newcastle at minutes? So, unfortunately for him, no, Newcastle performed well, and I think it'll be a club that he might regret in a couple of seasons' time.
Absolutely. He's had his chance, and I just don't think it's going to come. I think my opinions, I think he'll go to Dortmund in the summer. Could be wrong, but I think he'll go. Abigail as well, big up to Abigail. My only point with Adam is that he needs to buy a woolly hat for those scored under 23 games.
Oh, God, he's a couple this week, I suppose, so I'm not looking forward to weather, but I'll be all right. Keep it fine, really.
Well, yeah, you'll be fine, guys. Oi, Adam Pearson, my favourite YouTube Newcastle channel. Absolutely smashed it. Dave, what's on my channel, mate? Get yourself flipping subscribed, man.
Thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate it.
I tell you what, though, big up to you, Dave, but subscribe and I'll let you off, mate, and hope you're okay. We did some of that hospitality suite magic this week, Adam. That's Andrew D. And I think it goes in.
Not in the hospitality this week, unfortunately, for you. I'm in the stadium. That's the most important part, and I'm not going to say anything else.
Good man. I got Sonia 10 out of 10 full chat as well. Big up to you, Sonia. I hope you're okay. Afternoon, lads. I got a question for you about your red and black Newcastle winter jacket, where sales have searched online and cannot seem to find it. Where did you get your jacket from, mate?
Yeah, I've had a few messages about this, actually. I bought mine off the club website, but at the minute it doesn't seem to be on the club website as far as I'm aware, so it just must be to sort out. So obviously I can't help you there, unfortunately. I still need some more coats as well, actually. I don't want to just have one, so obviously it's not ideal, but from what I can tell, I think the coat is sort out.
Big up to you. Good answer there. Let's hope you find it very, very soon, Sonia. It makes you happy. I've got big up to you, Dave. I'll let you off, mate. Thanks very much indeed. I knew you subscribed. And all us Toon fans should stick together, respect each other. We have a bright future and hope. We've never had this under Ashley. That's from Richard. I think he's right there. He's spot on.
Yeah, I mean, guarantee the future, even if we go down, the owners clearly care. They clearly had to invest. And anything's going to be better than Mike Ashley, to be honest. So, yes, we have a future. I'm very excited to see what we can do. I just want to see trophies. I don't know when it'll happen, but I'm a greedy man. I want to see some trophies in that cabinet.
Absolutely. You got to have that elite mindset. That's what we need, elite mindset. And Adam, if you have bought a tent and camping there for the summer transfer window, that would be fantastic. And go on. I'll tell you, I
especially for that warm weather, I'll be be plenty of long hours, I would say, at the training ground.
Fantastic. Brilliant stuff. Thanks for that, Adam, Nas and Sonia. And please consider subscribing to the guest, Alan, as well. And what I'm going to say as well, if you do like my video, like my channel, what I created, and you want to see plenty more content, then please hit the subscribe button as well and hit that notification bell as well. And it helps the channel to grow, helps my community as well. And also please hit the like button to say I'm doing a good job. And if you'd like to super chat, this is all donate, then just donate what you can. It goes to good proceeds as well. And it goes to the food bank. It can go to charities, which I've not got a sponsor yet, but when it comes, then I'll let you guys know. And also, if you'd like to become a member, I've got 41 members at the minute. I've got a long, long way to go to hit that magic 100. Then please click on the join button. It's 99p. That is all it is, 99p. And then you can win some prizes as well when I hit that magic 100 as well. So it is what it is. So consider that, people. That'd be fantastic. I've got Tony as well. He's getting a caravan on a training ground for next season.
Yeah, I've heard plenty of these sort of jokes. Listen, I'll be there. That's the most important part.
Champion. A big up to my guy Alex as well. Out with the dog. But hi, John, Adam, and chat. Have a great stream. Thank you so much indeed. Just you could take the dog for a walk and you can watch it while you do it as well, Alex, man. So he's a great guy, Alex. Sort of thing. He's so cool, so calm. He doesn't get stressed. He's a great guy. And how long did it take Man City to build a training ground? Was it years or a lot less?
Well, Man City's training grounds are complex, so it took them years to build, really. But it's quite linked to university as well, so I don't know what was built beforehand, but I believe the sort of just had their own sort of training complex just near the uni, because everything's all in one place, which is really cute to see about them. But Newcastle is going to take forever. You've seen some of the diagrams last week. Someone was proposing it's just like they want a 7,000 seater stadium for the women's team. They've got all sorts of. They take Newcastle probably 3-4 years, but a proper training ground. To be honest, it's going to take some serious time. So that one at Benton, it's still going to be there for quite a while, yeah, I believe, but eventually it will be demolished, hopefully, because I can't stand up for this.
I know. It's just so old-fashioned, isn't it, man? Not good, not good. And I want to talk about the two players we linked. We've been talking about John Joe Shelvey and Fabian Schär. They're both being linked with new contracts. I mean, John Joe Shelvey's got 1 year left on his contract after this one, and Fabian's contract's up at the end of the season. He's been linked with AC Milan and Napoli. Do you think those two deserve new deals?
Yes. Schär's been for year one this season because he's been dodgy at times, but he's performed a lot better. And even if you want to sell the guy, just don't let him go on a free. Might as well just give him another contract. I think both of them deserve them. I think I'll personally give him 2-year contracts. And if next season not performing, then I would let him go the season afterwards. I don't think they've got much longer left, but I think both of them have still got it. I think both of them will be helping the squad out and becoming potentially squad rotation players next season. But the point is, they're still be in and around the team. It's going to be important, though. I think Shelby's one I definitely would keep a hold of because he's got experience, help a lot of players around him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd be a bigger fan of him. I think the start of the season, especially, he was put in for the under-23s a couple of times. Like, there was no future for him at the club. It was quite open in the air, but I'm glad since Eddie Howe's came in. One problem I think Shelby does have is that if you allow him to kind of just relax and take the piss, essentially, in the training ground, I think he will. He's one of those sort of players where you need to keep an eye on. And if Eddie Howe is someone that's not going to let players sort of slack off, he wants everyone giving 100%. And I think that's when he shows at his best. But I believe he's one of those sort of players where if you take your eye off him, he'll just do what he wants.
Yeah, that's very, very true. I've got to be fair. I'm not a big Shelby fan, but big but is he started to prove us wrong, and he started to perform every single week. And he had a decent game on Saturday, but I gave him 6 out of 10 in my player ratings. But he didn't do much. He wasn't the worst, but there you go. We love you as we Adam. That's from Tony B. And big up to Abigail. So look at the new training complex, Adam. We'll be able to get a hospitality box. I'll tell you what, I think when it's built up, Adam, I think you're going to buy a place there and you're going to go every single morning and keep it out on the training.
Well, I'm interested to see how it's going to work for us. But I'll have some videos planned.
Oh, Bless him. I got big up to Alex again. Thanks, mate. You're so welcome. Statman from Tony. Thanks for David. Who else we got this one? We got Ryan. Our fan base can't be like Arsenal when they see top 4 as a trophy in years. Like, I want to win it, or even the UEFA Champions League, according to that sort of thing. Did you see that clip yesterday on AFTV? That guy was saying that they got the best young players. I don't know if you saw it, Adam. And if you did, what do you make of it, man?
It's just so over the top. You can clear he's just trying to play up to that. I mean, it's so over the top. I get everyone wants to be big, everyone wants to enjoy themselves and be well known, but I mean, just relax, dude. You can take one step at a time. You don't have to be so obnoxious. So, yeah, it's just a problem with the likes of AFTV. I think it's not a dig on the channel. I just think some of the people on there obviously just try and use it as like a platform for themselves, really. And obviously, the people in the fan base don't like it. It's the best way of putting it. If I knew if I was a Newcastle fan who was just doing stuff like that, then obviously it would kind of grind my gears a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got for stuff for Robbie and Cecil C as well. He has got, don't get us wrong, they've got some good ones on there, like Turkish. Dan Potts is great. You got when he talks sense, Julian, I guess, right? Lee Gunner used to be on there. Kenny Ken, Kenny Ken's fantastic, by the way. But you get some arseholes and people like that we saw yesterday. And when I spoke to Gunnar Richards yesterday, and he was absolutely biting his tongue when I DM'd him yesterday.
Well, it's tough for your team at the minute, really, because, I mean, even though in that case it's a fan that obviously Arsenal fans will be quite embarrassed by, but it still benefits the team because they make more money, they get more viewers from it. So it depends how you look at it, what's morally right, but again, it benefits them. So I think that's a person you probably will see quite a lot of on the channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Enough of the AFTV people. Shelby's on a new contract. That's in Tony. Abigail said, both have a new deal for me. Then Tony again, Shelby and Bruce are always going to be a bad combination, even though Shelby said that Bruce is the best person he's worked with. I feel like ASM can and will be complacent. That's why he needs competition this summer. He definitely needs a winger. Definitely needs a winger to complicate ASM. If he doesn't perform, someone else can come in.
Yeah, well, the thing is he's too reliable. So like everyone, when you watch him play, if Saint-Maximin plays bad, the team will likely play bad. If he plays well, the team will likely play well. That's the best way of describing it. But we need our players in there that can also carry the team. We can't have one player carrying the team week in, week out, and that's kind of the thing with Saint-Maximin. To be fair, out against West Ham, he played really well. And again, like Sir Ryan Fraser, definitely improved this season, but it's still one of them, really, when Saint-Maximin, when he plays, he does carry the team at times. And I think I need to change. I think we need our players in there that can also do the same thing, because if we're reliable on one player every single weekend, it's just going to be a problem long term.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Totally agree there. Got share of 9 accuracy long balls against West Ham back to his best form. I'll give the guy a new deal, by the way. Thanks for that, Alex, Mr. Statman. Tough TV is good laugh in a minute. Would recommend. I might check on that as well. They got some tough games. I'll comment out in a bit. When Adam said a lifetime West Ham supporter, they are best aware limbs I've ever seen. I was in stitches. That's in Tangy. I hope. What was that about? Wow.
But, just I'm in the home, and obviously I pretend to be a home fan where you just have a laugh. But yeah, obviously I'm just exaggerating there, being sarcastic. But
yeah.
I think that was it. You just wait next week. That's all I'm going to say.
Absolutely, bless you. I hope they open the training back to the public to watch the key, like in the Keegan era. It brings the fans closer to the team. I have to agree that that'd be fantastic if it allows to happen. Turkish normal level headed. I like Turkish, by the way. He's got a cracking channel, by the way. Pretty adventures. Alvin Hope, both Richard, Tony. I watched that too. Those Scousers sounds like they are spitting in your face with the accents. Wow. But yeah, it is what it is, man. But yeah, I mean, like I said, sort of thing. Like we got some difficult games coming up as well. Well, not difficult. We got to play Brentford on Saturday. That'll be a tough game. I believe you'll be going there as well, Adam.
Yeah, every game this season I'll be at, so we'll get the full house done. Brentford, I think, is a huge game for both sides, because either side wins, I think they'll be completely out of the relegation battle for now. Mm-hmm. Brentford especially, we have, I think, 2 games in hand in them, so you want to drag them right into it. I think Brentford are on it, because it's one of them teams that at the start of the season they play well, but they sort of slack off throughout the season, because I don't rate that much, really. I think an average team that might potentially fail, but I still don't rate them much as a team. Obviously, like Ivan Toney as well, there's still a lot of uncertainty around him at the minute. I just think Newcastle, we beat them. I think we're completely out of the relegation battle for now. Obviously, it depends on what teams in the league, but I think with the form we're in, Saint-Maximin, I believe, will be back for the game, hopefully. We've got to be going down there to try and win. I think a draw will be okay, I suppose, as long as we don't lose. If we lose that game, I think we're in big trouble, especially because I think Brentford will give them a bit of a boost. But any result down there, I think it'd be good, but we've got to try and get that win.
Yeah, absolutely. I take a draw, but we got to go for a win. But at this moment in time, I tell you, one team's going to come up, stay up this season. I've got a funny feeling they will. I think that's Burnley. I think Burnley's still up for me.
They played really well last couple of games. They've been picking up a few little dodgy points against Man U and Arsenal, but they were unlucky against Liverpool and against Brighton. I mean, we just got to hope it's a one-off because they played really well against Brighton. Again, I think people are quite reactionary again. Burnley have played okay last couple of matches, but you got to remember the previous 20 games still have been pretty bad this season. So it's not like they're going to stay all of a sudden. You just got to keep an eye on them. Really, if they start to pick up wins in a row like Newcastle did, then I started keeping an eye on him properly. But for now, though, it's still just a one-off for me. He's got to keep seeing how to play, though.
Yeah, I have to agree there, sort of thing. But look, I think it's going to be very, very tight. I mean, if you think about it, oh man, I don't know what to say, man. But you've got to win this game on Saturday. I'll be there to watch along as well. I got Dave as well. I love it if Everton's such a relegation zone and went down, which is a real possibility. I looked at the fixtures today, and I tell you what, it does not look great. Adam, who do you like to see come in first in the summer? For me, it would be a striker and a winger in Jonathan David and Anthony from Ajax.
Well, you love Jonathan David, don't you? Canadian links there.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, what I like to see first. I'll probably say a striker, just a key marquee player straight away. The first couple of weeks, just kind of like we do the trip there straight away, just bring a massive key player in that will hopefully attract our players for the summer. But again, there were so many months to prepare and plan, so we're taking it nice and steadily. But I do want to see another 6-7 players in and a good amount of money spent. I think Newcastle will be doing a bit of a clear out as well. Obviously, the likes of players on loan, just getting rid of players that we don't believe can take the club forward. And I think, I don't know who I want to see first. I really don't want to see players out there, but I just want to see players in there that are just key players and could potentially take this team to levels.
Yeah, totally agree. It's going to be, there's some names being banded out. Darwin Núñez is one of them. Victor Simon is another. And Davis is saying, I'm happy to let Wilson go and buy Mackie number 9 and have Woods to back up. Wilson's not fit enough. Patrick Schick seems ideal. I tell you what, I think Patrick Schick could be decent for the Premier League.
Yeah, he had a great time at the Euros. I haven't watched him this season, the Bundesliga. But again, with Wilson, yes, he's injury prone, but he's too good for me to sell. Even though he's not going to be fit. The point is, we just need more strikers in. But we can only play him about a third this season, and that's fine. Get our players in that can play at that time. Wilson's someone when he plays, he's just, I mean, he is a class striker. You can tell the way he gets behind players. He's an unbelievable player. He's played a lot of time in the Premier League, and even though, yes, I don't think he has long left in his football career, but he's too good to sell at the minute, even though he's obviously got long-term injury issues. If he can play and stay fit, then yeah, I'll definitely keep him. But we need more strikers in though, because we know at some point he'll get injured again, because that's just who he is.
Yeah, absolutely. I like Callum. I do like Callum. But listen, for me, I'd definitely be a number 1. I'll still keep him. I'd rather keep him than Wood, to be fair. I got Andrew D as well. Looking up, not down. Wonderful day for us yesterday. Absolutely. Jacob Murphy or Emil Kraft right back for Saturday? I cannot play Murphy at right back.
I agree. It has to be Kraft.
And sad, isn't it? Sad. I'd be sad to see Callum go. That's Tony. And we got Tanji as well saying about Toon as well, just chatting to him, by the way. And let's look at this one. I've got thoughts on Fraser and his long-term chances. First of all, is he out injured, number 1? And number 2, does he deserve to be here longer?
I'm not too sure his injury. As far as I'm aware, he's not injured, but I haven't really paid much attention, to be honest. His long-term chances, yeah, I think he has a future. I remember in his last season for Bournemouth, I don't know what it was, but he really fell out with the club. He outright refused to extend his contract due to COVID at the end of the season as well. So, yeah, I assumed he fell out anyhow, but I mean, everything's clicking out at the minute. He's playing his best football in Newcastle by a mile at the minute. Long-term chances, yeah, I'll definitely keep him for a little bit longer. Yes, he's not an amazing player. He's not going to bag you all his goals, but he's someone in there that's clearly improving and clearly working well with the team. And yeah, I'll definitely keep him even if it's just a backup player. He's definitely someone that deserves a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Ryan Fierce has been absolutely outstanding for me for the last few games. And I'll tell you what, his work rate's absolutely fantastic. It really, really is. And let's hope that we keep on for a long time. I've got 9 people watching live. Please keep smashing the likes up, people. And I'll tell you what, thank you very much for coming on our channel today and got a cracking guest in Adam. And we've got another 15 to go because Adam's a busy guy. He always is. And I'm going to go through his comments rapidly, quickly. Did we get a reason for no ASM? We said that he's been injured for a couple of weeks, or I heard people saying that he's been rested, but I think he'll be back on Saturday.
I think he'll be back on Saturday as well. Yeah, I think I was correct from Toy there. I think he had a little bit of a knock. It was just nothing really scary. Mankio, I don't think he'll be back with Brentford, but I do believe he'll be back within the next week or two or so. So I think he'll be back shortly. Let's just get more hardball. Not too sure on that personally.
He's a good lad, and he's a good lad. And good afternoon for Adam and John. Big up to you, Barbara. Hope you're okay. From Canada. I think, is she from Canada? I could be wrong. I think it's Betty's from Canada because she got us as a member, which is fantastic. Fraser's done a good job under Eddie, absolutely. I got Tanswell, we need Mancuso back ASAP. I've got Keith, big up to you, Keith. Hi, John, Alex, and nice to see you both. Adam, by the way, and on a podcast. What are your you called the Alex then, didn't he? Bless. And what are your thoughts on making Shea on right back? Just for now, I believe Kraft is not up for it. Would you play Fabian Schär right back?
No, I'll keep Kraft. I mean, yes, Kraft, you can clearly see when he plays, he does struggle at times, but I mean, you can't play Schär right back, surely. I would keep Kraft there. I mean, Mankio, he's going to be back in a week or two. I mean, Kraft should be able to do the job again. Dan Burn behind me. He's going to protect quite a bit. Dan Burn is just an absolute unit, and he's playing off his skin again, Dan Burn. So I'm confident in start asking help him out if Kraft has a bit of a disaster class. But yeah, even
I love it.
This season, he's just not good enough as he is, so you can put it.
Nah. And I've said that as well. The moment we walked through the door, I said, do not sign this guy. Do not sign this guy because I also have a lot of talent in football, and this guy is not good enough. And I was proved right, and everyone's starting to realise. And if Fraser still our first 11 player next season, then something went wrong in the summer transfer window. I still think he's a good player, Abigail, but he should have owned. Hi to Adam and Sean. Big up to you. I got to also Adam. Thanks for your continual snooping of footage you get. The Guerrilla Julinson's a lot more helpful than the Chronicle. The Chronicle has been shocking, in my opinion.
I don't read the Chronicle really, so I couldn't give my opinion about it. But listen, I mean, I'll just go out there, get the footage. I don't have to charge subscriptions or you have to buy a Skyline. Yeah, just watch videos for free. That's now. I mean, I'm a fan. That's all I can put it. I'm a fan. I believe I know the club quite well, and then obviously I'm always at the correct times to get all sorts of this footage. So I always keep you updated.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, you're better than the Chronicle. In fact, you're better than the Telegraph, Adam. That's what I say. Yay! Bless you. Edison's had a calf problem. That's from Keith. And how can you end up down in Bristol, John? Big thing is, my mum's on here, right? She's 85, and I've got a job here full time, but let's hope I retire in a couple of years' time. If I can do that, I can do YouTube full time, and then you just never know. I may come back up to Newcastle. If anything comes to me, mum, touch wood, I hope it doesn't. Then I will come back up to the Northeast. I can guarantee that as well. So listen, then get back up to the Northeast. And how can you end down in Bristol, John? Mate, that's the reason why. I don't mean to take away from the win, but West Ham are in the false position since they played 3 or 4 more than the clubs around them. It's very true. And John needs to be back up to the Northeast very soon. It'd be nice, but I've got a job down here, mate, and I still go back for the games. And Dan Burn 6 for 7, Geordie boy Beast Leader is going to be a club legend. Him and Botman or Tarkowski together next season, Aston Dave. And I'll come on to Big Dan in a minute. I think one of the first decisions that Howe made to turn the Players' Lounge into a gym, incredible transformation as club overall as well. Kraft has also been chicken either. He'll be 28 in August, so it's supposed to be its prime season. That's from Alex. Alex has improved, and Fraser, John Joe Willock, and mostly Joe Lynn's a different player altogether. That's from Keith. Totally agree. John, what's your opinion on the NUFC website of being incomplete in places? I mentioned it before, but the teams are especially poor on the website. You mean, do you know what we mean, Adam? My opinion on it's been.
I think you mean haven't been updated properly on the website, but I as far as I'm aware, it's true. I mean, even for example, myself, obviously, when I go to the youth games, my women's games, I always got to obviously constantly check Google to find out when the fixtures are on, etc. I mean, the website's just terrible. It doesn't have anything on there. It doesn't promote any of the teams at all. So it just baffles me really because we know that the youth team, the women's matches, they need more fans, and is the best way of putting it. They need more support. There are good teams as well. I think both teams are set to have really good seasons. So yeah, under 23s expect to get a playoff spot. Women's have got a huge chance of winning the league. So I mean, the teams are playing well. We promote them. It's not hard promoting them. I don't understand that one. So yeah, that's why I'm here. I could promote these teams and make sure I go to the games. But I think the club needs to do more without trying to dig into it.
Yeah, that's very true. But that needs to be better than next season time, sort of thing. Sabbath true craft means power in Swedish, sort of thing. Rob, do subscribe to your channel, mate, if you can. And what are Newcastle's of the summer is reducing the deadwood to get some wages cleared up to improve how much we could spend to move the club forward. FFP rules. Gail, Henrik, and Kraft. This FFP rule, does it apply to us? I don't think it applies to us at all this season, not for a couple of seasons.
Well, Mike Ashley's overturned profits like every season for Newcastle, so the financial fair play. I mean, we can spend hundreds of millions of pounds Newcastle. It also depends on how much the club generates for Newcastle. Even before the Euros, we still generated a good amount of money, so we've got plenty to spend. And just then speaking of the players, are you trying to sell me? I can't believe Gail still has a contract this club, to be honest. I mean, the guy does absolutely nothing. Hendrik Kraft, they were the sort of players you do expect to be sold, but financial fair play, I mean, I'm pretty sure Newcastle can spend loads as well. We are trying to get new sponsors as well. Hopefully, getting rid of Funny 88. So the club knows what they're doing. I believe we can spend a lot of money. And again, you say like some Manchester City fighting loopholes around financial fair play. So even if we do break the rules, I'm pretty sure they find loopholes around it. So it's a bit flimsy in the end, but I think Newcastle can spend loads of money yet because Mike Ashley's he doesn't spend anything really. So we've got plenty in that bank check.
Yeah. Well, we have to see what happens on that sort of thing. It'll be very interesting. Likely still on the staff from the Ashley era. I would anticipate website overhaul in the summer. Andrew, you're absolutely right. I want to touch on to Dan Burn. I mean, I've done a clip yesterday. I don't know if you saw it. That I think Dan Burn should play for England in the World Cup or play England in friendlies. I mean, I meant to say friendlies, right? And then because Harry Maguire has been poor this season, do you think Dan Burn's good enough to play for England?
If he's playing like this week in, week out, yes, I do think it's some players with potential. The thing with Gareth Southgate, he's someone that has a lot of trust in the players he has. So even though Maguire, those sort of players have been bad all season long, he's still picking for the squad because he knows last national tournament, those sort of players turned up big time for him. So he'll have trust in those players. He'll believe they can still do it. And he's quite stubborn, I would say. He's not really one that would give many players a chance. The likes of Gallagher, maybe get a chance, but the squad Gareth Southgate pick would be pretty much the same squad of the Euros, maybe an extra couple of players injuries, but he's someone that's stubborn and he believes in the players he has. So even though the likes of Trippier, I mean, Dan Burn, all these sort of players, whenever they play, can put the performances in, I still think you'll pick the same players every single time. So it'll be very tough for him, I would say. I still think you will pick the likes of Maguire over him.
Yeah, I totally agree. But I like to see Dan Burn having a go for England sort of thing. And I think also Gareth Southgate needs to be flexible as well and see Dan Burn more time because this guy's a unit. He can defend from the deck and in the air as well. And he's been fantastic. I've got Keith. So I believe this weekend's game will make a big difference to us. 3 points in the bag. Everton lose again. Toon Army go 3 points against Everton. And Everton's going to go down by the looks of it. And I've got Sunderland aren't our rivals anymore. The top six are first the Super League. Now the European games being based off history. I say we should be deducted 30 points off them now. Wow. Could you imagine that?
Listen. Yeah, well, if it's got to focus on ourselves, really, we can't rely on our teams. Newcastle, all I do is to see us stay up this season and to push on in the coming years. But yeah, obviously it's quite a long time ago now, but that Super League thing, I didn't like how the Premier League responded to that.
Yeah, fair enough. Given another 10 minutes ago, I've got Andrew D as well. I agree he should be under consideration compared to Tyrone Mings. I feel Webster for Brian will be ahead on the England call-up list, to be fair. That's from Alex. And afternoon, fellas. Afternoon, Scouse. Do subscribe, Scouse, if you can, mate. That'd be fantastic. The situation will struggle to give Bruno justification and stuff for us. Shows a competition in the squad now midfield. Imagine when more players come to summer Nice problems from Eddie Howe. That's a brilliant problem. I want problems. I want competition for places as well. What are your both your relegation predictions? Who do you think the fee's going to go?
Well, Norwich is going to go down, no question about it. I don't think they're good enough, even though they are still in the race, to be fair, so I can't exactly criticise them that much, but Norwich are just, in history, they always go down. Watford, I don't rate Watford at all, even though they had a couple of good results this year. They're just terrible, and I can't believe Newcastle drew against them both times. That's just embarrassing from us. And as for the third team, that one's the hard one, to be fair, because obviously at the minute Burnley's in the bottom three, but a lot of people believe it can come out with Leeds, Everton, even the likes of Palace are starting to come down a little bit now. Brentford, Newcastle. I mean, there's so many teams that can be that final spot. For me, I'm still going to stick by Burnley to the current bottom three. I'm going to stick by going down, but I mean, listen, there's all sorts of teams that can go down this year.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be Norwich are done. Absolutely done. I think Watford to go, even though Roy Hodgson's going to try his best. I think Burnley's going to stay up. I really do think that. I think Sean Dash will find a way. Newcastle will be 100%, 110% safe. I think Villa will be safe. Palace will be safe. I think it's going to come down between Everton, Leeds, and Brentford. And out of those three teams, looking at the fixtures as well, I think Everton are going to have huge problems. I'm going to go with Brentford because I think they're going to struggle, Adam. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that first season syndrome for them. They've had a good start, but they're picking off quite a lot now, and it's just they're getting exposed to the team they had. Really, because they've got a team of average players. Really, I think they are getting quite exposed now. I mean, I can't fault them if they stay up. They've definitely done well for themselves, but they haven't spent enough. Really, they need to spend more. Really.
Yeah. I agree, man. But it's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be so tough. But we'll see. It's possible to get to the top 11, 12th place end of the season. You never know. Might be selfish, but I don't care if our players don't get in the England squad. It means they don't get injured playing internationals. Very cool. I wouldn't be surprised if Burnley survive. Norwich, Watford, Everton. I'd like to see Dele Alli as a championship player. Can you imagine that? Dele Alli, championship player. That ain't going to happen anytime soon. Absolutely nowhere. Nowhere. The Dream, Villa, Everton, and Leeds. Could you imagine those three got relegated? Wow. That'd be a strong championship. Go on.
That'd be a crazy bottom three out of all three. Those went down the same year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think Guimarães has to get used to Premier League pacing. Foreign leagues are slower than the Premier League. That's a happy feat. There are a few harder games at the end of the season, so we need to win these games. Another problem, if we start going in the games expecting to win and end up getting tanked. That's a fair shout. I read to Gemma and O2 find Gemma and hope you're having a fantastic day. The question, go back to Gemma. She's come on my show on Thursday night for the first time, 7 o'clock, to do a match preview. So Gemma will make her debut on Thursday. So looking forward to that. Question, if Eriksen should do well at Brentford, would you take him in the summer? For me, probably no. He's a decent player, but we don't need midfielders. And that's the reason why, dear. Would you take him?
Well, it depends how he is first. I believe he is fine because he would have retired if he was knackered. So he is set to make his debut against Newcastle as far as I'm aware. So I don't know if he'll play the full 90. I'm surely not. So it'll be interesting how he can play. Obviously, he's been training behind closed doors in a couple of friendly matches for him. I really do like Eriksen as a player, though. I would have taken 100% in the January window, so people for lying. I said no. However, though, Newcastle's midfield since has picked up really well, and yeah, it's going to be very hard for those sort of players to get in now. But I mean, Eriksen's just one of those players where even though he's had a cardiac arrest, he's still a top level player. We've got to see how he plays first, though. We've got to see if he's slower now as a result. I don't know. We'll see how he gets on, but whenever he's did to me, he's incredible for him.
Absolutely, absolutely. Playing harder teams at the end could be a good thing if places are already sorted. Absolutely. Bruno will start against Brentford, I think. That's a possibility and does well. I mean, as a winger, I'd take Eriksen. I would not play Christian Eriksen as a winner. He's not a winger. He's a 10. And do you think Joelington would get a Brazilian call-up for the World Cup? Can you imagine him?
He is playing well, to be fair. He is. Just those in midfield is going to pick up Joelington, to be fair, though. It's just a sad part. But listen, I tell you what, he's playing well. He will have a chance.
Absolutely. I'll be amazed. I mean, Tete, the coach, Brazilian coach, Tete, come over, check him out, sort of thing, or a member of his staff. That'd be amazing. Joelington for the World Cup. That would be absolutely amazing. It might get into Bayern Munich. You never know. I think Eddie Howe's mentality to keep us up is never content with being mediocre. He's always pushing for us to improve and installing a winner's mentality in the players. I'm going to get this right top, by the way. We have been linked with Tielemans and Fabian Ruiz's thoughts. What's your thoughts on Tielemans and Ruiz?
I'm not too sure on Ruiz. I haven't really watched him, but as for Tielemans, it's just struggling this season for Leicester, hasn't he? But in previous seasons, he's a top-level player. But I can't believe what Leicester fans are saying this season. I remember watching an interview when someone saying, "Oh, this guy's a championship player." I mean, Tielemans, I can't believe I heard that he was last season for them. But as far as I'm aware, he has struggled quite a bit this year. But yeah, I would 100% take him, or even he's bad form.
Jamie, I'll take Tielemans. I'll take Fabian Ruiz as well. Fabian Ruiz for Napoli's been fantastic. Watch him so closely. He's a baller. He's an absolute baller. When he's on it, he is on it. And gonna fly this out. In the past, it's always been difficult to get top players to move to the Northeast. Is this still going to be a problem? For me personally, I don't think it will. And I'll tell you why it won't be, because we have good players coming to Newcastle over the years. Yeah, top players as well. So I have no problems with them coming in. If they want to go to London, just get a flight from Newcastle Airport to London. It only takes an hour.
Yeah, I believe that's a myth, personally. I don't believe in this concept that people don't want to move to the Northeast, but because it's Newcastle, well, if the money is there and it's a good team to go towards, that's what the players want. Surely they can really care less where they move to.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. At the end of the day, so Newcastle are a special club, a big club, and they'll come. They walk to Newcastle if the money is right. Now, we don't think we can. It's the teams that we should be playing, be winning. There is also 3 to 5 games. I would 5 points or 3 points, but I could be wrong. But realistically, it's possible. And hello, Adam, Big Johnny, big up to you, mate. If Luke Joelington wasn't such a bottle job in front of goal and scored a few goals, he would be a top class player. He needs to be scoring goals and his shots need to be better as well. If Everton go down, we could try for Richarlison for more Brazilian chemistry in our squad. And maybe not World Cup. I think he is at least on the radar now for lesser competition. So I'll come back to this one quickly, right? If they do go down, would you say Richarlison?
Well, if Everton go down, I'll be all over some of the players in their team because I think they've got some top-level players. But Richarlison's a player that every club is going to want, even though he hasn't been, as good as he normally is this season. But, this is the team that rejected £80 million of Barcelona or something crazy like that. So, for us, a chance to get them, it just costs us so much money. So, no, even if Everton go down, I still think they'll just charge stupid amount of money for him. So, we've got to obviously see what happens first. But he's a good player. I would take him if you can get him for cheap. However, that price tag's too big, then no.
Definitely not. But I think Richarlison might fancy a move to Spain. You just never know. But they got a stadium built up right next to the docks, right? 60,000 capacity. Could you imagine they got relegated and have to play there in the Championship? That'd be hugely embarrassing.
Oh yeah, well, I probably have problems in the stadium itself. To be fair, if they're relegated, but
yeah, man.
I'm glad it's getting moved. To be honest, I can't stand Goodison Park. I think the way in there is just terrible. So I'm glad to move.
The way fans. Go on, carry on. Go on.
I was just saying there. Well, obviously, I was at the West Ham game on Saturday. It's just the atmosphere that was just so bad. It was just dead. There was nobody chanting or anything. I don't want to see a new St James's Park when the atmosphere is just shocking like that. So even though it's going to affect us financially, I don't know. I don't want to move St James's Park. I think it's too iconic, to be honest.
That's fair enough. I'd rather stay at St James's, but if it comes to the worst, then we've got to back him as well. But we shall see. Listen, I'll let you get away, but before I let you go, I got a comment here as well. I think in the summer we was drilling all the players and maybe lose Wilson. He's too injury prone and will not like being on the bench. But I don't think he'll go. He's got 2 years left on his contract, so he'd be quite happy sitting on the bench as well for big money sort of thing. And do what you take on it, and what's your take on that one?
Well, with Callum Wilson, he knows he's injury prone. He knows he's going to have problems starting for other teams in the league as a main striker. He'll know that he's not stupid. He'll know that we can't depend on him because he'll get injured, and he knows that. He's not going to get a better club in Newcastle anymore now. He's at that age now where it's only going to go worse and worse for him. There's not a better club out there in Newcastle for him. So even if he's on the bench the entire season, I think you stay because, there's a big project going on in Newcastle, and he knows he can add something to it. And even if he's a second, third choice striker, who knows he's not going to get a better opportunity elsewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Whoever gets Callum will get a good striker sort of thing. Maybe for the promoted team sort of thing. So come on like Fulham, I think it'd be perfect for Fulham. in the way Mao Silva plays football, but I think he'd do well there. Even Bournemouth, it's a whole club, you just never know. But we'll see. Adam, what you got coming up on your shows this week, mate? And what are you up to this week?
Well, tonight, the under 23s play against Fulham, so fingers crossed Santiago Munoz makes his full debut. That'll be quite cute to see. Thursday, the under 23s also play against No Shoes away, so I'll be down at those two. Throughout the week, we'll be getting news videos up and stuff like that. I haven't planned that much so far yet. And obviously on Brentford, I'll be down at, on Saturday, I'll be down at Brentford. So I'm looking forward to that. Be a lot of more content coming up on the channel. So yeah, I'm looking forward to get down to those games. In terms of the rest of the content, though, probably just new stuff at the minute. I haven't decided yet, pal.
Fantastic. I'll be looking forward to keep an eye on it as well. And also, I'll be doing the John and Macy show on Tuesday on the Football Talk. Macy, Man U fan, and she's on every Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm doing the Toon debate on the Wednesday with Chip Az and Jason and Ryan and all the gang. Thursday, doing a match preview. Gemma Summers is going to make her debut. Friday, I'm going to do a press conference reaction. Saturday, I'm going to do the watch along. And Sunday, I'm going to do the match reaction as well. I can read this comments very quickly. I got Fred gets in the Brazilian squad. Sunset done it. Absolutely sunset. And then you got the favourite on the channel, and that is Macy as well. She's a Man U fan. She's coming to be channel tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Big up to you, Macy. She said you say hi to you as well, Adam. And she keeps saying Tony the Red because Tony calls Macy the Mag. So there you go. Listen, Adam, thanks so much for coming on, my guy. And and it's been a pleasure. Did you enjoy coming on again, mate?
I enjoy coming on, mate. Thank you. If you don't mind me, now I'm going to head straight in the shower. You get this hair sorted and get something to eat as well for the match. But I appreciate it, John. Thank you for having me on. Obviously, more than happy to come on our times as well.
Fantastic stuff. You watch it, you enjoy your evening, man. And I shall catch you soon, man. Take care.
Yeah, mate. I'll see you later, mate.